Hey Ray, it's Anna.
Anna, how are you?
Yeah, really good, thanks. How you doing?
Not bad at all.
Have I dragged you out of bed?
Yeah, I think I forgot to set my alarm, and I woke up and it was like 10 to 8. Like, oh no! But I quickly got ready, but it's all good.
This is so weird, right? I've just poured myself a glass of wine and I was thinking,
Yep.
God, you're probably like getting yourself a coffee or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Hello and welcome to Hopetech Women Interviews. I'm Anna. Today I speak to New Zealander Rae Morrisson about her incredible journey to become and maintain a lifestyle as a professional enduro racer. Thanks for taking the time to speak to me today. Really looking forward to getting to know you a little bit better.
Yeah, no worries at all.
So I'll just go straight in with wanting to find out primarily, how did you get your first opportunity to ride as a pro rider?
After probably a lot of hard work, I ended up doing a privateer year. So where I was from in New Zealand, I did a lot of fundraising.
Okay.
And like raffles, I did skills clinics and just everything I could think of to try and raise some money. And then obviously had quite a bit of savings from working.
Yeah.
And then I just took a year off and went overseas and bought a van in the UK, and then just travelled around that and lived in that for 5 months, I think.
That's
and
amazing.
Yeah, just I decided to try and commit to a whole season.
Yeah.
And yeah, just went to all the races, barring one, I think, in the USA. And yeah, and then finally by the end of it, the last 2 races were in Spain and finale, and I ended up getting 2 fifth places there.
Wow.
Which was pretty good considering, we had some really, really fast riders. And that was enough to kind of get me noticed and get my foot in the door. And the next year I was riding for Lapierre, the French team.
Ah, cool. So you went French.
Yeah, I went French.
That's amazing. I think people often don't realise the hard work that a privateer will have to take. If you don't mind me asking, how old were you when you decided to do that?
Yeah, how old was I? Well, I'd done a physio degree, and then I worked for 2 years.
Wow.
So I think I would have been like 24.
Cool.
25.
Cool. So still young enough, but it's still you're taking a big commitment out of real life in sort of inverted commas there.
Oh, totally. Like, it was insane before I made that decision. Like, I was looking at buying a house and had like a really steady job, and everything was kind of going in that direction of normal life. And then I was just like, I gotta give it a go. So I got my house deposit and I was saving and be like, we'll go.
And what made you make that decision? What clicked for you?
I think it's something I've always wanted to do. Like, when I was at university, I was racing cross country. And all the girls I was racing against, every year I'd go overseas and compete and do these big, wonderful road trips. So it was always kind of like, I wanted to do that, but I had study to do, and I was like, I'll do it after study. Then after study, I had no money, so then I went to work, and it wasn't until there were 2 women who I really looked up to who did it, like Anka Martin and Rosario Joseph, and Maggie Bishard.
Yeah.
All kind of from where I was from, and they did the first couple EWSs, and all were getting inside top 10, and then they'll come home and I'd be either beating them or just as fast as them.
Yeah.
It's like, man, there's something here, and I have to give it a go and just see how far I go, because I know I just didn't want to have that regret to be like, I might have done it right.
Yeah, what could have been.
So totally. So I was like, I only had enough money to commit for a whole year, and I did want to just do that whole year to get enough time to get to know all the teams and make not a name for myself, but hopefully people will notice, or give opportunity for myself to get good results. So
Yeah.
did a whole year, but I knew after that year, if nothing happened, that was it. And I was like, well, if that's it, I'm going to be happy with that. And I gave it a go. But yeah, I just got to give it a go.
That's a pretty positive outlook, I must admit. And so does that mean that you were there doing the races when enduro first started to become a thing?
I think I was a couple years behind.
Yeah.
So they had 2 seasons before I did my privateer. Yeah.
And did you just see, and so you saw like enduro becoming this sort of new thing, some girls that you knew were doing it. And so why did you think that you wanted to transfer over from cross country to then doing this new thing?
Because when I was a cross country racer, I hated racing uphill. And I'd do all my passes and do all my I'd move up for ranks on the descents. And yeah, that was my strength. But then obviously, if you're not too fast uphill, you're never gonna do it cross country. So I think I was always, and I liked downhill, but I didn't really live anywhere that allowed me to have a chairlift or a shuttle or long descent. So I could never really, when I was studying, I couldn't do that. So it just kind of, as soon as enduro came along, I was like, oh my God, that's perfect for me. It requires fitness, but then it's timed on the descents, and that's my strength. So yeah, as soon as it came, I changed immediately. There was no humming and hawing. It was that is my sport. Yeah.
It was crying out for it to happen, wasn't it? I think as soon as it existed, everyone was like, why did this not exist before? This is obviously the way that the majority of mountain bikers think.
Oh, absolutely. And that's what everyone enjoys as well. It's an enjoyable race.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long time coming.
And how did you get into mountain biking in the first place, doing cross country and all that? Was that a family thing?
Not really. So my dad, when I was a teenager, he was into adventure racing. We have to navigate and do mountain biking, hiking and running and kayaking and just big long adventure races. So I did heaps of team sports when I was a kid, but I always kind of liked that, going to the bush and going outdoors and that adventure side of things.
Yeah.
So when I was 15, there was a local adventure race which I wanted to compete in. So my parents ended up buying a mountain bike for the family, for me and my 2 brothers this year. And I did the adventure race, but absolutely loved that downhill, the mountain biking bit.
Yeah.
I think it was just on a gravel road, but yeah, I absolutely really enjoyed it. And yeah, from then on, I joined the local club and took this little mountain bike and just went from love to more love, pretty much. It was a very small community, and I don't think there was any females that were mountain biking at that time. But yeah, it was just really, really cool for me, and it had all that aspects of the outdoors, and it had a bit of adrenaline, and I always felt like I was achieving something as well. Every day I'll go out and do a drop that I haven't done, or a steep shoot that I haven't done before. So I just thought it was fun and rewarding.
Yeah, it's always progressing. And were you always competitive as well?
Yeah, I think so. But I never found a sport that I loved for ages. I always bounce between different team sports and just trying to find that right one for me. But yeah, I think I've always competed.
And then it all started to fall into place. You got your first spot onto a team. Where did things go from there?
The French team were absolutely lovely. And
did you have to speak French?
I couldn't speak French. I learnt a little bit, but kind of not enough to hold a conversation. So they were good. They spoke a lot of English to me when we were 101, but definitely team dinners and stuff were a little bit hard because obviously we're all having conversation in French. But yeah, I was like, there were two amazing riders and they kind of took me under their wing, and I learnt the French style of riding, which is just that really light, smooth, and yeah, I think that really, really helped with my skills in my riding.
That's really interesting. So do you think that worldwide you can sort of identify different styles of riding from different countries?
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, mainly, I think the main ones are kind of French, North America, and UK. Like, they all have their different strengths, and the kind of tracks that are going to suit different riders.
Man. Something I'd never thought of.
That makes sense. It's just for terrain that you're mostly riding on, and
yeah. And then so go on. So keep telling me your story from there then.
Yeah, so I was having a pretty good year. Like, I can't remember what I was ranked overall, but I was sitting comfortably. I'd be getting between 6th and 8th place. And then in Whistler, I shattered my heel.
No.
It was on the last stage of the day, and I've already had a massive mechanical where my chain was ripped off and my derailleur was destroyed and my chain ring was destroyed. So I had to run a stage. So it was already didn't have a place, and just getting back into the race. And then the last stage, I think from that previous crash, my pedal might have had a crack in. And so on the last stage, when I did a jump and it was a harsh landing, my pedal just snapped and my heel just drove into some rocks.
No.
And my heel went into, I think the doctors on the x-ray said there was about 6 pieces.
Oh, God.
And it was awful. So after that, I had to stay, it was a month in Canada, but to stay 2 weeks, and then they performed the surgery, and I had to stay another 2 weeks before I could fly, and then I flew home. So that was a bit of a premature and disappointing end to the season.
Oh, devastating.
And then I luckily, for me, that team, it wasn't continuing for the next year. So they were really good to me, and they told me quite early on. So luckily for me, I already had Liv lined up, and they were, it was a big injury, and they predicted kind of 9 months recovery, full recovery from it. But Liv were absolutely amazing, and they said, it's injuries are part of the sport, and they supported me all through that rehab, and then all through that next year when I wasn't kind of getting that great results because I didn't really have much training under my belt from the off season.
Wow. So it says a lot about them, doesn't it? It says a lot about a company.
Oh, man. Absolutely. Because you hear, even not big injuries, but if you're off for a long time, the bike industry can be pretty cutthroat.
Yeah.
If you're not on your bike racing or selling bikes, you're not really worth much to that company. So I've heard a lot of people in that similar situation who got either dropped or stopped getting paid, or had to walk away from the team. So I was so lucky. They were such a good company.
But it started becoming a two-way street, though.
Yeah.
Their faith in you's paid off.
Eventually got there. Oh, totally. And now, stuff like that, I don't know, I feel loyalty is still, I don't know, really underrated by a lot of the, you see a lot of people just chopping and changing teams. Whereas, for me, that's a friendship, and that's quite a strong bond, and I love the bike, I love the people, and I'm going to stick with them for as long as I can. And, it is partly to do because of how well they treated me at the start. But yeah, like it's pretty, I don't know, it's kind of cool to have that kind of relationship with a brand, I feel.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So then what? You're on Team Live. You didn't have a great season, but they carried on supporting you, and things start to pick up from the next season on.
Yeah, so Liv supported me, but I was on board for Giant Factory off-road team. So they would pay kind of my salary and my expenses with that team, and the team would look after me. So I had 2 years with them, and then this year was the first year that Liv have done their own thing, and I'm doing my own thing. So I'm still under Liv, and that's we've got like an umbrella Liv racing for multiple disciplines, so mountain biking, road cycling, cross country, enduro, triathlon, and so we're all kind of racing for Liv racing.
Yeah.
Which is really cool because then I have my own freedom to kind of do what I want and book my own flights. And I was able to bring my husband on as my mechanic as well.
Nice.
And then also bring on other sponsors, which either have helped me in the past and I really, like working with them, and the products that I really want to run. So obviously I was able to bring on Hope and like quite a few other products as well that I missed when I had to give them up when I went to a pro team. So yeah, this year's been absolutely amazing, and it's felt more like a holiday than a job.
Wow. That's saying something.
It's so sick. Really.
So talking about this season, the setup's good, you're feeling good. What were your goals when you were starting out?
I think I really wanted to improve on the previous season, but then it is quite hard to gauge because the women's field has such growth and momentum at the moment, where every year we get more competitive women and the times get closer. And when I first started, there'll be the top 3, but there won't be it would be kind of easy to get inside that top 10.
Yeah.
Because every year that top 10 suddenly it's hard to get into top 15 and hard to get in the top 20. There's just more fast and competitive women coming, which is absolutely awesome for the sport. And it's been really, really cool to see it grow and with such momentum. So every year you kind of have these placing goals, but then you have to adjust to be okay, well, this year there's 3 more girls that are inside the top 10 that are kind of the same level as me. So it's okay. I'm not going to get an absolutely stellar result every race, because every stage you're seconds apart, and you could be either in 5th place on the good side of that second, or you could be in 12th place, a couple of seconds back. So it was really hard to gauge, and it took me a few rounds to get that mentality to be okay, I can't solely focus on the result, because I could have a really good race but just be on kind of that wrong side of the seconds, but it doesn't mean that I race poorly.
Yeah.
So this year I just wanted to have a complete season, because I've never actually managed to get to all the races, either because of funds or injury.
Yeah.
So that was my main goal this year, and I wanted to the last few years I got quite stressed at the races and put a lot of pressure on myself. So this year I kind of wanted to relax a lot and try and see the fun side of the racing, instead of just being oh my god, this is I might not get a contract next year if I don't get a result, and just put too much pressure on myself to get a result and just enjoy the moment. So I wanted to hit all the A lines and hit all the big jumps.
Cool.
yeah, so just like every race, I just have like little personal goals that I wanted to achieve. It didn't matter what other people, how well their day was going. Like if I, did these little goals and had a good run, but yet got 12th on the stage, but I had a good stage. Like
that's all you can ask for.
That was still a good stage. It's just I couldn't control how good the other girls were riding as well, how bad the other girls were riding. So.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It reminds me of something that Danny Hart says about trusting in the process. It's really insightful. He's just like, sometimes, well, I'm not going to try and do his accent because that's just ridiculous, but he's like, sometimes you get an amazing result and it feels amazing. And he's like, or you don't get a good result, but you still feel amazing because you know that you've done everything correctly. He's like, as opposed to if you go home and you go to bed and you think, if only I hadn't skipped that training session, or if only I hadn't done this, that, or the other. And he's like, if you do everything you can and you do it all perfectly, you never go to bed feeling that regret. And that's that you can't, like you say, you can't control the other riders.
Yeah. And I think it's so easy to be like, oh man, I got 11th and I was just outside the top 10, and if I did this, or didn't have that crash there, or pedal a little bit harder here, like I would have got it. But that's the thing, like in enduro, you're out there for so long and you're riding almost blind tracks, and you're never going to have a perfect run, and everyone kind of has a little crash here and there. So it's just the best that you can do. And like Danny, like if you do everything that you can that's within your control and power, then you've had a good day.
Yeah. And so what's the vibe like at the races amongst all the women as well?
Oh, I think I might be a bit like biased, but I reckon it's one of the most fun and supporting races at or disciplines ever. I don't know, I think because we have those long trainings together and long liaisons between the race, like stages, that you really get to know each other and have a lot of fun. And you just go to that next level of knowing the person, I guess. And there's no one that I know of in a woman that doesn't like each other. And it creates that, so if someone gets a puncture, everybody would stop and see if they can help to fix it. If someone runs out of food, you've got heaps of people happy to share their food with their competitors.
Wow.
I don't think you get in many sports. I think because of that, you spend so much time together by your friend, and that if they have a good day, that's awesome for them. But, it's not like where you're going head-to-heads in a mass start race where you kind of get that, oh, they cut me off or they elbowed me or anything like that. It's like your racing gets time, and it's only you and the time. And if you get a good result, that's because of you. If you get a bad result, that's because of you. They don't really have much influence over that. So it's super cool. It's really fun. And then at the races, you're just riding with all your friends. I still can't believe it's a World Series to this day.
It's pretty special, isn't it?
To be a race.
It's pretty special. Yeah. But then results are important, and you've done pretty well this year. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm really stoked with how it ended. I think I took a while to kind of warm up. At the start of the year, I was super fit and super strong, and then as the year goes on, the longer you're away, your fitness still increases a little bit, but your strength definitely reduces if you don't do any gym stuff. So at the end, I wasn't feeling as strong. I think just time on the bike and kind of got those goals a little bit more sorted and got to enjoy the races a lot more. Whereas at the start, I was quite stressed. So as soon as I was able to enjoy it, the results started coming.
It's funny that, isn't it? It's funny that.
No, yeah. It's frustrating from when you're looking at the start and just oh man, I was really, really happy. Like I improved my percentage heaps this year, and then my placings overall were improved, and then I obviously had a lot more fun at races, so everything was way better and everything improved, so I'm absolutely stoked.
So you've set the bar high then for next year. How do you keep that?
Yeah.
How do you keep that going?
Well, I feel like I've finally, like, it's taken me 4 years of racing, and I finally started to do just those goals and stuff, trying to take it away from actually numbers and results and put it towards stuff that I can influence over. And I think little tricks like that, it puts way less pressure on myself and gives me something to focus on. And I think for me that has been a game changer. And just, so I do enjoy it now at the races, and I do enjoy racing my bike and riding, seeing how fast I can ride and stuff like that. So I think I just got to keep that rolling and keep doing what I'm doing.
And you say that you set these mini personal goals, and you just ooze style, honestly. Whenever there's a picture of you that comes up, it's super stylish, and you've got loads of stuff on your Instagram as well that's just steezy. Is that important to you? Do you actually go out and try and practice to think I want to look good on a bike? I don't just want to get results, I want to get a good photo where I look stylish on a bike.
No. On jumps, I'll try and do a little something. I can't throw a massive whip, but I can do, a little bit to make it a little bit more steezy. But honestly, I think it's that time in France. If you look at the French riders, they're just effortlessly just smooth and fast riding and just always look good. So I think it's just from living in France and picking up and following them. And
the French are just stylish in everything they do, aren't they?
They are. They're such
Do you mean if I was talking to some red carpet A-list celebrity right now, I'd probably be talking about their French style there, or the French are just freaking stylish in everything, or some world chef or cuisine person. It would be the most stylish food as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I can probably thank them for my riding style.
Yeah, well, that's paid off as well. And then, so just finally, what are you going to be doing now with your off season?
Hopefully back to training soon. So I've changed my coach. So that's quite exciting, just to try something a little bit different. And I've just started up a women's ride, so I'm gonna host that every Wednesday. I just do groups, fun, social.
Oh, wicked! Is that local to you?
Yeah, local to me. Yeah. And then just really targeting a few of the New Zealand races, just for a bit of fun and training. But I think just trying this new style. Well, not new style, but training a bit more and just changing things up a little bit. So.
Oh, interesting.
Really looking forward to that.
Watch this space. It sounds like.
Yeah. Oh, it should be good.
Oh, nice one. Well, that's it for now. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. Dragging yourself out of bed.
Yeah. You'll be going to bed soon, surely?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Another glass of wine and I'll be ready.